All right, so this one is for all my friends in mortgage, and I'm going to start where clearly every LinkedIn video should cable, like the situation of cable in my house. But I'm going to tie it to mortgage. I'm going to figure this one out. We'll see how we do. To start, though, if you're my age, a little bit older, we've been raised to think that we have to have cable, right? It's just one of those things. I'm an adult now. It's time to go get cable. And around my house now, I've got cable boxes in every single room, way too many of them that I'm paying a monthly fee over and over for. And the thing is, there are so many other options now that we're paying for subscriptions on top of our cable to Netflix, to Amazon, to Disney Plus, to Apple Plus, to HBO Max. I mean, like the list is on and on and on. And what's amazing is I'm looking at it and I guarantee you I'm paying for the same content in some cases 3 to 4 times. So why the hell am I doing this? The reason why I'm doing it is I've got this barrier of entrance to cut the cord from cable. Like if I want to hand my cable back, I've got to collect all of my boxes. I've got to hand it to the cable company. I've got to make sure that I've got the Wi-Fi that's strong enough with the Roku sticks or whatever it is to get my apps. Like I've got to get my house wired. So instead, what I do is I just keep shelling out money to 18 different services right now. That's dumb. But for the cable company, it's great because they've got enough barrier of entrance to keep clients like me that would love to try something else away from trying something else because, well, it's just too much of a pain, especially if it doesn't work. Well, on our mortgage, side of the business, guys, we've got that same thing going on. We have clients that will enter the process with us. They've got to order an appraisal and wait for that appraisal if they don't get a waiver. They've got to get you all the documentation. It's a 30-day process, especially right now. We can tell people, oh man, it's just so busy. You got to get in line because you got to get your mortgage. Well, what happens when that changes? I've postulated this. I've talked about it even in a couple other videos. And for the very first time in a recruiting conversation, I had an originator at another company bring it up. And what she had mentioned is, what's interesting, Shane, is the waivers are great. But now that they don't have to wait around for the waiver, that they haven't paid me for, or wait around for the appraisal, they haven't paid me for the appraisal, loyalty kind of goes down a little bit. And that was the very first time I had an originator at another company bring up that subject. And that's not even going to where this industry is going to go, because this industry is going to go to click a button, get clear to close. Like it or not, we're going there. And so with that ecosystem coming, guys, it's vital that we begin to engineer ways of creating customer loyalty, creating that barrier of entrance for example, talking about cable, that we look at what values we can give this consumer beyond the mortgage. And so I'm going to have some other videos later on this week, probably going into next week, talking about that. I did plan, to be honest with you, to shoot it in this video. But this video went long and I'm not going to turn in a 5-minute LinkedIn video. So we'll say the moral of this story is the future is coming. Like our barrier of returning our cable boxes and all that other stuff is going to go away in the mortgage business at some point. And we don't want to be caught with our pants down. We've got to be prepared. It's time to think about it. And what I'm going to talk about in these videos to come, and I'm riffing right now because I expected a different subject on this, is I'm going to talk about brand and the importance of it. I'm going to talk about the importance of value after the mortgage is closed. I'm going to talk about communication in styles that you need to think about. And I'm going to talk about building a network that's going to have an impact. So hopefully you look out for some of my posts going forward because I'm going to address this subject in a variety of ways. Hope this helps.